What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Wingin It podcast. Sandstorm, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. We've made it through another week.
Yeah, we have. It's been a very interesting week, but we made it. That we did. Just to apologize for the late start. But we are here. We are here. We're not gonna try to keep you too long. You know how I like to keep it between an hour and a half at most. So let's go on and get into the hypocrisy. The first topic of the evening. And I know y'all already heard about the Wii U and 3DS eShops closing. And I was on Sandstorm Stormcast on Friday. I talked a little bit about it. I've had a couple days to collect myself and calm down a little bit. And I just want to let everybody know that a lot of people that are complaining are a bunch of hypocrites.
Yes,
That's the
sir.
long and short of it. That's the long and short of it.
Yes, sir.
Look, if you were if you had a Wii U from day one in 2012, you caught hell.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you tried to suggest a game, anytime you tried to say, "Hey, man, this really ain't a bad system," you caught hell. The majority of people that are making these videos now, talking about the 3DS and eShop, the Wii U eShops closing, the vast majority of them would have been the main ones calling you out your name
Oh
for
yeah.
saying, "Hey, Wonderful 101 really ain't a bad game. Bayonetta 2 plays great. What are y'all talking about?" They would have been the main ones calling you out your name.
Yep.
I'm just being honest with you. Um, and to be completely fair, I can understand a game preservation standpoint situation, but at the same time, when you had the VC, you didn't want it. I remember when people were saying, "Hey, you should have a subscription service. We don't want the virtual console." And I was like, first of all, stop speaking for everybody because I actually like the virtual console. It actually worked for me. So y'all really need to be quiet. Oh, you a fanboy? You need to shut up. We trying to progress and get everything better. How is that better?
Right.
Now these same people, a lot of the same people, are now saying, "I don't want a subscription service. We want the virtual console." First of all, there's that "we" word again. Why are you saying "we"? I don't know you. That whole speaking for everybody thing. But
Mm-hmm.
and it's like I said on your cast the other night. Like, look, I don't know. I'm not sitting in the boardroom. I don't know what Nintendo's looking at, but this is a business decision.
Right.
This is a business decision, straight
Mm-hmm.
up. And for everybody complaining, Nintendo don't own no server farms. So where they gonna keep it
You
at?
know, the thing is, and this I didn't think about this until I believe it was Juice Man. He put it on Twitter last night. And this is probably the funniest thing because you got to be quiet after this. Is like all the people who seem to complain about the expansion pass and they're mad about not having any kind of BC. Why is there so many of you complaining about BC going away on the Wii U and you don't have a way to get it if you have a Wii U? Like if you have your Wii U, then you should already have the virtual console games that you
That you
wanted.
want? Yeah, because
And if
they've
you
been there for years.
yeah, and if you don't, you've got more than 365 days to get that. I don't understand the complaint. And if you're not going to get it, if you're going to spend your time complaining the whole time, obviously then you want the expansion pass. But here's the thing. If you're in this, I'm gonna boycott and I'm not gonna buy anything on my Wii U. Well, that doesn't even matter. That's already happened.
Yeah,
Nintendo's already passed that. That's why we're at this point.
yeah,
But if you're like, I'm not supporting Nintendo's ways, so I'm not going to get expansion pass neither, and they're sitting there and they're looking at the Wii U and they're like, well, we only sold 13 million consoles at the time, and nobody bought virtual console games. That didn't change the selling of this system. And now we try and put it on an online situation, which y'all asked for. Don't lie like y'all didn't. Don't lie like you didn't ask for that.
mm-hmm.
And nobody is supporting the expansion pass. That really only tells us that y'all really don't want these games. Like y'all don't they don't want our legacy games. That's I mean, if I was looking at the numbers and that's how it looked like to me, I'd be like, they don't want it. Just do away with them. If they already have the games on their Wii and maybe on their Wii U, then obviously they don't want to keep paying for them. They already have them, so we'll just let them go. We'll keep
Yeah,
them in the treehouse. Then you're not gonna get nothing. And then and I better not hear any complaining about, oh my gosh, like Nintendo needs to come out with these GameCube games. Nah, son. They definitely not coming out with GameCube games, especially if it takes more to put them on the system because they got to find all the licensing and stuff to make that happen. They're not gonna do that. Why would they do that? Why would they do that if y'all didn't buy NES, Super NES, or 64? That's three consoles in a row that y'all didn't want to support, and they did it multiple ways.
because I remember here's what I remember. The first was these games cost too much. I remember
Mm-hmm.
that one. That was
Yep.
one of the main ones, and I'm like, wait a minute, are you mean to tell me that 7.99 and 9.99 is too much for? Are you serious? All right, go try to look for that game now, cartridge, and tell me how much you gonna pay for
It's impossible. It's
it.
impossible unless it was a
Unless you got lucky.
ridiculously popular game
Yeah.
that
Or,
everybody had and nobody, or a game that nobody can sell off you.
yeah. Or you just got lucky. You was at a mom and pop store and they didn't know.
Yeah.
That's how you got lucky. But that was one thing. The other thing was, and I never understood the thought process behind this was, okay, if you're so angry about it, why are you? If you're so angry about the Wii U, and this goes back to what Andre was saying, how is the Wii U trash and the games aren't trash? Or this one thing that you like ain't trash, but the whole system is trash. You say the whole system is trash. The hypocrisy started almost immediately
Mm-hmm.
and kept going. The thing is, like you said with the virtual console, if you have your Wii U, they didn't, those games went nowhere. We've had the Switch since 2017. Those
Yep.
games went nowhere, and we're in 2022 right now.
Yep.
You still have till March of 2023 to get them if you want them. Now
Yep.
everybody's talking about, oh well, I'm just gonna straight up pirate it.
That makes no sense to me. I don't understand. I really don't understand if a game is not available to you. It's not even that. The game is available to you
Yeah, the
and you
game is
still
available.
and you
You just gotta find a
still
Wii U.
yeah, and you still want to pirate it, but you don't want to pay for the system. You want to complain about how the system is. You don't want to pay for the system, and then you want to turn around and pirate it on top of that. But wait a minute. But wait a minute. These seem to be the same people who talk about they play the definitive versions of their games on the PC. However, it's a Wii U. Your PC is not a Wii U.
It's not.
It is not built from the ground up to be able to play these games. So really you want to play the worst version of the game. You don't even want to play the most defining version of that game. And you want to play it for free. And
Mm-hmm.
then you want to complain about how the game is not great. It wasn't as great as everybody said it was because I played it on my PC at 60 frames when the game was only 30 frames natively, and it ran like crap. And like, shut up. I'm not even trying to hear those people. Like, pirating to I'm on the stance of pirating is never was never a thing, like a real thing to me. Like, have I done it? Yeah, of course. I've done it. I've had Game Boy games on my iPhone. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that wasn't I wasn't the person to gloat about that. Like, hey, yo, I got this game for free. I had already previously owned those games. I played those games. I bought those games. And I'm not saying that I put them on there because I felt entitled. I just put them on there because it was accessible for me at the time. But with that being said, if I case in point right here, look at this. Look, case in point right here. I show these all the time. I paid $70 for Parasite Eve. That's a deal right there. I paid
Yeah.
$70 for Parasite Eve. I could have easily emulated this game or whatever, but I didn't want to because hobby, the gaming community, gaming period is an expensive hobby. I bought this Legend of Dragoon. This is an amazing deal. I got this for 60. This game runs you at least
How?
120. Like
How?
I'm hey, Michigan baby.
How?
Michigan baby. Michigan baby.
I have not
Michigan
seen
baby.
that game for less than 200. I have not seen that game for less than 200.
Michigan baby. I even got a Xenogears holding for 110. I'm just waiting for somebody to be like, okay, I'll give you 90 for it, and then I'll buy it. But that's what I'm saying though. This the point I'm making is that gaming is an expensive hobby. You don't need to skirt around. You don't need to if you can't afford to buy these games, then don't buy them.
Yeah.
If
Nobody's
you
gonna make fun of you if you can't afford it. That's not
nah,
how this works.
nah,
You
I
know,
would I would much rather you keep it real and be like, yo, that game or whatever, it looks amazing. I really want to play it. I don't have the money to buy it.
yeah. Just keep it a buck, man. That's just keep it a buck. And a lot of the people that sit up here, because there's so many people, there's so many people with that fake outrage, and it gets unnerving. It gets nerve wracking because of the
Hmm.
simple fact that I know they full of crap.
Hey, like
They
Jobo
full
said,
of
I'm gonna read off a couple of these. Jobo, all you guys, as a matter of fact, fake outrage, they stick to GC on there. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. Um and you said many people refuse to buy net, and that's what I don't get. Like that like blows my mind. Like you
you want
don't
the game, but you refuse to buy it.
yeah, because it has a Nintendo name on there. Like, why does that make sense? How does that even make sense to you? Like, oh, is somebody making I want to ask, like, are you getting bullied? Like who is
Most times,
putting you in your feelings?
most times it's because they are getting bullied. The most I found that out during the G Plus days, during Google Plus, because Google Plus they had where you could build communities
Hmm.
early. So I would go into gaming communities, and anytime somebody asked a question about Nintendo or said, "Hey, we got Call of Duty on Wii U, y'all want to jump in?" They would get hammered. So I went and made one, and I'm like, "Look, it was for the Wii U and the 3DS." I'm like, "You come here, you ain't got to worry about that. It's people that play on this console. If you come in here with that bullying mess, I'm kicking you out."
Yeah.
Because
It's
it got to a point where it was just freaking ridiculous how
it's
people were acting. So that's where a lot of this comes from. I want
mhm,
to fit in. I know if I say I have the only reason why a lot of people got the Switch because it got popular, and the reason
right.
why it got popular was because gaming media, what they did with the Wii U, hurt them financially.
Hmm.
And that's when it's like, all right, you know what? Y'all gonna mistranslate us. Y'all gonna say stuff that we didn't say. We'll just do it ourselves. They
Right.
put the Thanos gauntlet. Was like, fine, I'll do it myself. Nintendo Directs happened. Next thing you know, everybody was hating Nintendo Directs.
Hmm.
Started getting one once every quarter. You started getting game specific directs. Guess
Hmm.
what? Now everybody doing it.
It's financially valuable, man.
Yeah,
And it kicks the mistranslation out more than
yeah.
anything.
It kicks the mistranslation out. I mean, dude, and they still the masters of it. Even now that they don't even do it that much no more. Because that was one of Iwata's things. Not gonna lie,
Hmm.
and that was one of the best things he did. Yes, let's show people our stuff our way. E3, they changed the whole game of E3. I can promise you, every gamer, you can have people that hate Nintendo to their core will sit up and watch that Treehouse Live
Right.
all days. The Treehouse Live is up,
What's up,
all of them.
Vicky?
Hi, Vicky. But yeah, all the days that Treehouse Live is up, they will be watching. If they Xbox fans, PC gamers, Sony gamers, they will all be watching Treehouse Live. Why? Because guess what? You're gonna see gameplay. you're gonna hear them talk about
Yep.
the game, and everything's
Yep.
gonna run smoothly.
Yep. It's funny because most of those people, even like PlayStation, I know PlayStation and Xbox people, like they watch the Nintendo directs, not to be negative, but like usually we eating, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
As of the last couple directs, like we've been eating.
it's been ridiculous.
And even if it's not their cup of tea, then like, dang, y'all really getting what y'all, what y'all have been asking for as of lately. Like y'all really been doing it out here. Nintendo's really been doing it for y'all. And it's like that's they know how to do it. They got
Yeah.
it mastered down. They show you what they need to show you and give it to you the way they need to give it to you. And that's it.
And half time you don't know what they're dropping.
No.
You don't know what they're dropping.
Nope.
We always get like one or two games. Where the hell did that come from? And how is it dropping this year?
Right. We got that with Mario Strikers
Yeah,
just a
I
while
didn't think
ago.
they
You
would
know what I
ever
mean?
bring that back.
Yeah, that was a surprise. That
Yeah,
was a whole surprise in itself.
yeah. I'm like, and we've been at. I know I was asking for a sports game, a
Hmm.
Switch sports game, or at least
Some sort of
port
streak or
over.
something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or port over the Wii U and Wii versions or something.
Yeah.
They just went on and did the whole thing. I'm like, thank you.
Right.
And it's releasing in 2 months. Like what? What did you what? So I, look, all these people saying that. I'm like, dude, y'all need to find something better to do with yourselves because clearly y'all are hurting for views.
Yeah, fake outrage is really not working. Like, not
Yeah,
definitely not this time around. Like, y'all, if y'all want to, matter of fact, here you go. If you want to fake outrage, go fake outrage about Horizon. Go do that.
yeah, go do that.
Go outrage about that.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah, you're right, Dark Void. That's very true. They advocate piracy.
Hmm.
You do realize that if you get, 'cause that's why I found it funny. There's a lot of people on Twitter just straight up saying they were going to pirate stuff. I'm like, you do realize that that's illegal,
And
and you're putting it
ah,
on Twitter. You're putting it on social media. That's illegal.
and Rich even said it in that video, and I'm like, yo, you really just said that? Like, you really just said because this game is digital only, and it may not be in the available in the future. Yeah, I think it's okay to pirate.
It's
No, that's
never
not what
okay
you
to do
tell
it.
them. You tell them
It's
stop being in your ways and go out and actually get the system and download that game. Go do that. If you really want that game, go do that. Stop trying to find a scapegoat out of everything.
well, that's the other thing too. It's kind of like we've had this conversation before about people that keep clamoring for like Mother 3 and
Yeah,
F-Zero. I'm
yeah.
like, you do realize the reason why F-Zero ain't getting made is because it didn't support. It wasn't supported
Mm-mm,
financially.
mm-mm.
If it
I'm
was supported, they would be making it.
I'm telling you, yo, if F-Zero comes out on the 64, I'm telling you, this I want to see the chart. As a matter of fact,
Yeah,
Nintendo better show me the chart of the expansion and how much it has increased from the time before F-Zero got put out to the time that F-Zero is out now, and how much playtime F-Zero is getting. That's what I want to see. I
yeah.
want to see those numbers because y'all, as a matter of fact, if you on Twitter, I want to see how much time you putting in the expansion for
Mhm.
F-Zero. Now, I don't want to see you faking it. Don't give me that.
I'm
Well,
not asking for it because I remember how hard that game was.
the
I'm not
game is
asking for
hard.
it. Yeah, I'm not
The
asking
game
for it.
is legitimately hard. But y'all begging for a game that y'all don't even play, that have never really even played like that. I want to see y'all playing it. Like
Yeah,
I want to see you single player. I'll wait for you on online. I'll wait for you. I'll be there. I'll wait for you.
yeah. If you complained about Fast Racing Neo, you have no business or no right complaining about F-Zero not
Oh
being there.
no,
If you
not at
complaining
all.
about how hard Fast Racing Neo is.
Not at all.
Now I'm saying like a lot of these games that people are talking about that they want. And look, I told you the other night that it was funny when people were doing all that that outrage, and like a lot of the one of the rumored reports is the reason why the expansion pack cost so much is because Sega did the numbers and they were like, dude, we didn't make anything on VC. They got to get their money, man. Like
Right.
this ain't a charity.
Right.
it's not a charity. I don't get that. H&L, what's up? If you want to see fake outrage, look up the Metroid. Yep. Samus Return. Hell, if you want to see about people lying about how much they love Metroid, and then they went and got Dread.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this game so hard? It's harder than Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, what? I thought you said you played Metroid before though.
That's on normal mode, my buddy. We got a new mode now. That's on normal mode.
Yeah, go and get that Ricky in, bro. I'm not upset about people because, like I said, there's two sides to this. I understand the game preservation thing, but to be completely fair and honest, a lot of those games you're not gonna play on a modern system anyway because, dude, they weren't designed for that.
Right.
So they'll need to be remade anyway. They'll need to be remade. They'll need to be remastered. All of that.
Mm-hmm. And
What's
that's
up,
the
Andre?
what up, Andre? And that's the funny thing is like I've been playing y'all gonna see because we're gonna talk about it later, but I've been playing Donkey Kong 64, DK 64, and at least for me, like it's literally impossible to play that on the TV. Like I have to play it on the gamepad because of my like the latency for me. Like it's so much easier to just play it right here on the game. And I'm not complaining. Like I actually like playing games closer up to me that involve platforming or just with 2K with shooting. But like stuff that needs like fine tuning and stuff like Smash, like nobody else you better not pick up that gamepad. Like I'm the gamepad. I'm playing on the gamepad. But like just those games work easier like strictly on the gamepad. But like DK64 wasn't built for the Wii U. It was built for the 64.
Yeah.
So
there's that. That's why I'm like. That's why I'm so glad that like they with the expansion pack they actually selling the controllers.
mm-hmm.
I'm like, bruh, I'm not trying to play Ocarina of Time on the Pro controller. I'm not trying to do that.
This sucks.
No, I'm gonna play on a dummy 64 controller. I'm not doing that to myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not doing it.
It's not even fun trying to figure out like this being the ocarina,
yeah,
or your side weapons and stuff like that. Sucks. It needs a dedicated button.
Yeah. Once again, like I said, I'm not trying to do that. That's too freaking. No, I'm not trying to do that. But that's the thing. So Andre, since you're here now, I want to give your thoughts on the whole eShop situation.
People got a year. And within that year, go ahead and get what you want. If you don't want anything, stop complaining.
That sums it up.
Case in point. Yeah.
That sums it up. Yeah.
And I'm before I miss these people, for everybody who never purchased the Wii U that's complaining about this,
get them.
Please, for the love of everything, shut your trap because you contributed to the problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
By the fact that you decided that you didn't want the platform because it wasn't popular with gaming media and because everybody decided that they wanted to crap on it, and then you didn't make your own choice and get it on your own and then pick up the stuff on your own, be quiet.
Mm-hmm.
For people that do own a Wii U that have access to the online store stuff, get yourself an external hard drive. A 2 terabyte will cover nearly everything.
Yep.
A terabyte will cover nearly everything. If that's the case, because a lot of those games aren't that big.
Nah.
That's
if
true.
we talking VC, well, yeah, even the other games.
No, I
Yeah,
was just talking to eShop in general.
Yeah. But that's the other thing. You're not gonna buy every game either. So that's the other thing. That's the ridiculousness of it is that people are acting like they're gonna go out and buy every game on there. No, you're not.
I mean, honestly, anybody, if you're just going to get a moderate amount of stuff, you could probably just get away with either a 256 gigabyte thumb drive, or a 500 gigabyte hard drive. One of the two will suffice for what you need.
Yep.
Yeah. Because it's just it's crazy to have these conversations, and then we see you constantly trending.
Oh, look how
Even-
good we had it.
Like, but y'all,
Who is we?
at the time, when somebody would say something, the people that were defending it got called every name imaginable.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I don't get where all this love is coming from now.
it's
And like I said,
Especially with the amount of people that's finding ways to love it now.
yeah,
all right.
yeah, because yeah, go ahead.
It's funny because I think I started my job still while the Wii U was around. I did. Um, I used to tell people like what it like a game would come out and it would so happen to come out for all the systems. Thank God for once.
Yeah,
Um, and I would be like, they would be like, oh, it was Call of Duty. Matter of fact, I know exactly what it was. And a couple of people were like, like, what are you getting Call of Duty for? Are you getting it for the PlayStation or for the Xbox? I'm like, nah, man, I'm getting that for my Wii U. I'm like, Wii U? Like, who wills a Wii U? I do. Like, you can't get me with the bully stuff. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna play what I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna like whatever I like. That's you can't dog me for it or anything like that. Hey, it's cool if you want to try and be a cool person. I'll call you a dude, bro, all day. What you playing? What you got? Let me guess. Let me guess. You got Madden, you got 2K, you got Call of Duty, you got
and that's
Fortnite.
it, and that's it.
Right. Am
That's
I too
it.
far off? Am I too? Oh, okay. So you don't play real games then? Like, you can't get me with that. Like,
Yeah,
it, it's so like I understand. Like the bully thing was a thing, but like we're all at the end of the day, we're all gamers here. Just like everybody is a driver. Well, most of us are drivers here. It don't matter what kind of car you drive, as long as you can get from point A to point B. It don't matter what you got. That car got you through. That car satisfied the need that you had.
Yep.
You wanted a better car? Cool. That's what's up. Whatever. That car provided whatever it provided. But ain't no reason for you to be dogging somebody else's car because they, made it, got it with their own money, or whoever gifted it to them and showed them love. Like, that's the part of the community I don't understand. Is that's the toxic part, man.
well, that and the part that desperately wants to fit in,
Yeah.
they desperately have a need to fit in,
Yep.
and I'm like, dude, if you like something, what's wrong with saying you like it?
Yeah.
Like,
Here,
we are adults.
here's something that's gonna hurt everybody. Video games are toys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are at the end of the day.
They're
Yeah.
electronic toys. If you're playing a video game, you're playing with a toy. So no matter how you want to spin it, you're still doing something that would be considered childish.
You know what
So
I'm saying?
just have fun. Why make a big thing out of it? Just have fun with it.
Yeah. Now, I will say once again, and I understand the game preservation side of it, but the problem with that argument is most of those games need to be updated for modern systems.
Yep.
And
Yep.
the truth is they're not going to be.
No.
Mm-mm.
And on top of that, half of y'all could not play Battletoads on the SNES. The
Oh
majority
no.
of y'all could not play Ninja Turtles on NES. The majority of y'all can't get past the first level on Contra.
OG
I'm just
Yeah.
keeping it a
That's
book.
true. That's true.
I'm
That's
just
true.
keeping it a book.
That's true. Y'all wasn't. Hey, that was back in the day. Y'all know about back in the day.
Yeah, y'all
Y'all know.
complain about Dark Souls being hard.
Mm-mm. And the thing is those games were short, so the developers purposely made those games that hard so you can get more out of them, so you can get
Yep.
more time out of them. You if that is the mindset going in, hey, I got like a 5-hour game here. Make that boy impossible. Like
Yeah, yeah,
you, you ain't
but
beating that game.
I'm like, dude, Contra 3 the Alien Wars, Ninja Gaiden
Man.
1, 2, and 3 on NES.
Hmm.
Hell,
Miss
Contra
me with Dark
Hardcore on the
Souls.
Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
miss me with this whole Dark Souls is the hardest game ever created mess. No,
Nah.
it's not. Wolverine Adamantium
Okay.
Rage.
Dark
Right.
Souls is the hardest for current standards.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let some of these people pick up Chicana the Forever Man on the Genesis.
Yep.
Hey, my boy, Dark Void. Hey, Ghost and Goblins. People
Oh,
go over there.
Yeah, yeah.
please.
And they didn't.
Ghosts and
they didn't
Goblins,
go
Ghouls
back.
and Ghosts, and Super Ghouls and Ghosts were all different.
Yeah.
And they didn't go back and coddle you and go back and patch in the easy mode for you. They didn't care.
Nah, start
Get
all
good.
over. Yeah.
Get good.
Start all over.
Yeah.
You'd be lucky if you had the console version, so you could add 5-6 more lives to your.
You get the cheats.
That's back when we had to have cheats. We had to have cheats, little ways to get around certain stuff.
Yeah.
And that was part of the fun.
But even
Yeah, it
eventually,
was.
you get to the point where you want to play the game and beat it without the cheat because that was the achievement. Like,
Yep.
beating it with the cheat got you there, but going back and doing it without it made you feel
Without
like, I finally accomplished it.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm gonna once again, I'm keeping a buck with everybody. I can't beat Contra 3 by myself.
That game is
Now I
difficult
beat
as
it
hell to
with
beat
my
by
brother.
yourself.
Me and my brother can run through that game, and we still catch it, and we run through it. But I've never beat that game by myself. That's
I was
just
just about
being
to
honest.
say, I've never actually beaten Super Ghouls and Ghost all the way through. As a matter of fact, the only time that I've seen it beaten is both of my cousins. They had to play the game, but they left the game on throughout the week. Like, we're just gonna play a little bit of this, and we're gonna start because there's no saves. There's no saves in that game.
Just gotta let your system run.
Yeah, you just gotta hit the pause button and just hope that motherboard don't fry out from all the heat. But yeah,
keep a couple fans on it.
Yeah, and then to come to find out when they beat the game, they got super hype, and it was like, nah, actually, you gotta go back and beat this again.
Yep,
because you gotta get the weapon or the key or something like that.
It's the fairy bracelet that you got.
Yeah. So
that weapon sucked. That was like the word that we're gonna make you go back through the game on a harder difficulty with the suckiest weapon we can give you.
Good luck.
Have fun. Have fun. Yeah,
I think I made it back to the castle the second time, and I just couldn't even get to fight the final boss. I got stopped at the motherfucker at the gate. It's like, you beat me the last time. I ain't letting you get past this time.
Yeah, Robert, I've been waiting on you, cuz. I've been waiting on
like, you made it back here. I'm proud of you. I'm real proud of you. Now eat these fists.
It's the rematch.
Oh, you came back for the re-up, cuz.
Came back there. Came back with one life, and that was it. Game was over.
Yeah, Contra Hardcore, Castlevania 64, and Castlevania 3. You are right. Those games, come on, man.
I'll leapfrog Castlevania 64 and go to Legacy of Darkness because that was the better version.
Yeah,
but it was still hard either way.
Yeah. That's why I'm like, I understand the game preservation because they did have this game preservation society try to go with Nintendo. Like, how are we gonna be able you need to learn, you need to find a way to preserve these games. First of all, you don't tell nobody grown what to do. That's
who's paying for the licensing?
That's what I'm saying. Because once again, I have to go back to a couple of months back when Phil Spencer said, like, look, we reached the limit of what we can do on Game Pass because we don't know where all these licenses are.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem you're gonna run into. There's multiple issues with game preservation that some of them have nothing to do with the companies.
And real talk, I guarantee you, Nintendo has every single game that ever came off a system. Yeah, it's all preserved. They may not share it with you.
Yeah,
they got theirs, but they might not share it with. Hey, they be like, "Hey, check this vault." That's all you gonna see.
That's another.
We'll open the door just a smidge.
That's another thing too. There's some people complaining about that because they're complaining that Nintendo's being like Disney with the vault. I'm like, it's their right to do that. Because number one, once again, I go back to this a lot. Does Nintendo own a server farm?
Nope.
No, they're using Amazon just like Sony is. Where are you going to store all this stuff at?
Right.
Don't worry, I'll wait.
Dirk Boy, you're right, because I can't even beat Zelda 2. I have no patience for that game.
I want to get back in and play that, but
I beat it once. Back when it released, I beat it once. Yeah.
And you probably
I
stayed
did
up
not go
all
back.
night struggling with them.
Right.
I did not go back to it. Yeah, I did not go back to it. That's why I
That's
love.
just like Castlevania too. Nobody want to go back to that game after they finish it.
Nah, absolutely not.
You go back for the soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
Right.
about it. That is not a game that you play leisurely for calming effect. No,
Yeah.
it's not what you do. But yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I want to. I want to get off of this topic because it's making my blood pressure go high. So, yeah, I mean, it's one of those situations. I'm glad we can talk about it and laugh about it, but yeah, it's one of those situations where, I think a lot of this is like you guys have said in the chat. It's fake outrage. We know that. But at the same time, I'm like, if you want to talk about game preservation, but you want to talk about you love gaming and all this, and you advocating piracy, you don't have a leg to stand on with me.
Yeah, you need to
You
be
don't.
quiet.
You don't, because you're not supporting gaming. You're not. At the end of the day, you're not. And anybody that tells you, oh well, since they ain't gonna do it, you should pirate it. You should
was already
stop
doing
listening to that person. Yeah,
Right. Right.
You should probably stop listening to that person. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You should probably unsubscribe and stop listening to that person.
Yeah.
Because no gamer should ever say that. Not if you want gaming to thrive. You should never say that.
Nah. And that's
purchase the stuff when it comes made available.
And that's what's sad, because their voices are much louder than ours, but they shouldn't
even be saying that.
They should not be saying that.
Yeah. Because every company's going to have problems getting these so-called game preservation, because you want an obscure title from 1993 that only 4 people played because you want it, and then you're going to put we on it. Don't put we, you want it.
You want it, yeah. Yeah.
You know, they don't know what a license is. Because remember, in 6th Gen, we had a lot of games.
A lot of companies went under.
Yep.
Once the HD generation hit and those budgets ballooned, a lot of them were lost, and a lot of them held those licenses. Now a lot of them don't know where they are because they changed hands so many times.
Yep.
So
and the people that got them ain't gonna come off of them easy.
Yeah. You got to pay me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay me some good money too.
That's what I'm saying. If I got the license, you shouldn't have to pay me, bro.
Like, oh snaps, they asking for that?
For real?
How much can we sell that for?
Oh no, they need to add. They
200,000.
Right.
200,000. Nah, we gonna make that 2 million.
Yeah. Put another zero on that. Let's talk.
Let's see, with inflation, how much gas is now?
Right. living in his mama's basement. You know what I'm saying? What? I'm about to be rich.
Yeah, I'm about to make bank, bro.
That's the one thing I think people do overlook when it comes down to seeing, all these games on the emulator. That's because these people are technically illegally running the games through emulator because they don't have the licensing to do it.
Right.
So yeah, if you go with that logic, yeah, they can do whatever they want because they're literally doing it illegally anyway.
And a lot of them are getting cease and desist and are getting prosecuted. So you might want to think twice about that. It ain't just Nintendo doing it either, by the way. Nintendo's the one that gets blasted, but they're not the only one doing it. I would love for somebody to try to mess with God of War and Halo.
Yeah, I was just about to say, how come y'all not out emulating Infinite? How come y'all not out emulating?
Like, you would think Infamous would be one of those games that somebody would want, or Uncharted or something.
Like, please,
y'all didn't emulate Ghost of Tsushima. Why not? Why y'all not doing that?
But I want to answer Dark Void real quick. Legacy of Kain is owned by Eidos, I believe, and I think Square Enix has that. So.
There's supposed to be another one coming now, but I think it got canceled.
Oh yeah, that got canceled because that was right. It was supposed to be right after Defiance, and they canceled it.
Yeah.
Oh, is that because because Defiance didn't do good. Defiance didn't do good at all.
That's still not a good reason for me. I'm sorry. Legacy of Kain deserves an ending.
It does.
It does. But I want the right team doing it. I don't want just anybody.
Don't need just anybody on it.
Yeah.
If they bring out Legacy of Kain, bring another Soul Reaver too, please.
Yeah. Joe, what's your question? We'll get to you. Whatever question you got, just go and put it in chat. We'll answer it. All right, so before let's
No,
move on to something a little
I
bit.
think he was responding to Dark Void saying that was a
Yeah,
good question.
yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, never mind. So, next thing up, Super Mario RPG director wants to make another Mario RPG game before he retires.
Talk to Square Enix
Yeah, I was just about to say,
because we all know Nintendo attempted it.
unless
Yeah,
can you take the can you is who has the licensing for
yeah.
that?
I thought
It's
Nintendo actually
split
has that
between
license.
Nintendo. It's split between Nintendo and Square Enix.
Okay,
Because
well,
Square was
Oh,
the one they worked on it, so it's split
so
between them.
so if Nintendo just was like, all right, you know what, we're gonna drop this money and then just give it to somebody else.
Depends on if Square is being reasonable with it, though.
yes,
Yeah,
That's the
that's
that's
true.
problem.
being reasonable. And we gotta
You know that
remember,
pocket's got a big old hole, so
yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta
they need a
remember.
patch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like you would think that Square would be up for doing that, seeing as
Because
how
they make
like
money off of it.
yeah, they make money
yeah,
off of it, and plus it doesn't have to be uh, a ridiculous engine. They don't have to use a ridiculous engine to get it done. We don't want realistic looking. That would be weird. Realistic looking characters. So
They don't look, they don't even have to do anything.
yeah,
All
they
they
really
have to do
don't.
is say, Nintendo, you got the okay and collect.
yeah.
Yeah,
That and that's kind of weird, isn't it? Because we already have plenty of HD 2D games out already for the Switch. And you would think, okay, everything
they'd
has
be up
been
for doing
patched
that.
up. We got seven. We got Final Fantasy 7 out there. We got Chrono Cross out there. You would think they would be like, yo, okay, you know what? We've been dropping these hints for a while. Like, come on, man. Like,
Well, and like Dragon Quest 3 is actually getting redone in HD 2D.
Yep.
yeah.
So
So it's like
if he
who
wants to make it,
who
if
are
he wants to make a sequel to it, let him do it.
yeah.
Because wouldn't that make money?
It'll make a
Oh
lot of
yeah,
money.
easily.
Yeah. So I mean, it is what it is. That's
Somebody's
what.
got to say sorry. I think that's what the problem is. Somebody's gonna have to say sorry.
Well, maybe
And
the person that's supposed to say sorry don't exist no more.
well, yeah, because I think Iwata did repair a lot of the bad blood that had happened.
Hmm.
I mean, look,
With
we all know
poison in the eyes.
Yamamushi. Yeah, we all know Yamamushi was not that. Yamamushi held grudges.
Hmm.
So, but Iwata kind of smoothed a lot of stuff over. So I guess I don't know what it is, but if I'm Square and I'm hemorrhaging money like a champ, like they are, I'm sitting up here. Me and Nintendo are talking because clearly we have a good relationship because
Right,
our stuff is selling on your platform.
right.
So
Cloud
it's not
and
like we don't have a
Sephiroth
good
are in
relationship.
Smash. So
Yeah. So we have a good relationship. So we'll have that discussion would have been had by now.
Yeah, that was the second that Final Fantasy remake did not make the money back that it was
Yeah,
supposed to make.
that
I'd
would
have
have
been
been
right on that phone with Nintendo, but like, yo, y'all want to do some Mario RPG too? Let's go.
right,
yeah. We got a team
right.
dedicated for it. We already
Well,
got a team
y'all want to do a
dedicated for it.
remake? Y'all want to do a remake of this, and then y'all want to do a sequel? Let's go. Let's do it.
Right.
Let's get
Even
this
if they
out.
said, nah, they could be like, okay, well, oh, okay, so Ubisoft is doing Mario and Rabbit. So somebody's taking the Mario helm for a second. How about Donkey Kong RPG?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
mean,
know. I could see a Donkey Kong Country game done in the HD 2D style, but I don't think doing it in the RPG setup would make sense. Because you got to create characters for Donkey Kong.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
do.
that's true.
You
That is
do.
true. That is kind of true.
I mean,
That is kinda-
you could slap a Mario and Donkey Kong RPG together though.
that might work.
Yeah.
That might work. Yeah, that might work. But yeah, I see what you
Donkey
mean.
Kong Origins. Have that be a
Well,
thing.
then it wouldn't be. Well, then it'd be Cranky Kong. It'd
Yeah,
be
that's
him
true.
telling the story about how
That's
him
true.
and Mario first met.
There you go. There you go.
There you go.
There's
Yeah,
the story.
It
And
sells
how they
itself.
became enemies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
It sells itself. There you go. All right, so we got a couple other things before we get on to what our thought processes on the Switch Sports thing. So what I wanted to bring up first is a couple movies that we got going on. Sonic the Hedgehog, they're getting the third movie got greenlit, and we haven't even seen the second one yet.
Second movie ain't even finished.
You know what? You know what I think that's off of, and it's funny to say it, but I really feel like it's a thing. I think that they think that they're gonna get way more sales because it's Sonic 2, and I feel like Sonic 2 out of in the Genesis era was one of the best selling ones,
It's
wasn't
the
it?
more well known one.
Yeah, and I think that's why that is the way that it is. It's like, okay, we know this one's gonna do good. Like Sonic 2, we know it's gonna be a thing. So might as well greenlit that third one because this is it, boys. This is the moneymaker right here.
Well, the other thing too, because I wanted to add to that, like, so if this does do well, right? Because the first one did do well, the first Sonic movie, and I've told
It was
people
good.
that first Sonic movie was actually pretty good, even
Yeah.
though because a lot of people have their issues with Jim Carrey. I thought Jim Carrey did an excellent job on Robotnik. To be fair, even though I think he would be a perfect arcade in X-Men if they ever go that route, but but if this does well in Super Mario in the Super Mario movie at the end of the year, if that does well too, do you think we see more of the more
Video game to
go either CG live action hybrid or straight up CG animation? Do you think we'll see more them be more willing to do that as opposed to everything has to be in live action?
I do.
I
know
hope
what?
so.
The thing that you said, well, Sonic and having like live action mixed with the CG or whatever really works for Sonic, and I think that's good. With the Mario one coming out, I thought it was just gonna be when we first heard about it. I thought it was just gonna be strictly like the Mario side. I didn't think Donkey Kong or any of them were gonna be part of it. But now that they have Seth Rogen being Donkey Kong, who I think is probably gonna be the perfect Donkey Kong with his voice,
Perfect for that role.
You know what I'm saying? I think after that movie, I would not be surprised if they had a whole like Donkey Kong story movie to go out on the side of that. And if Mario does well and then Donkey Kong does well, I don't see Nintendo being like, all right, we're finna flush everything out. Like everything is not that's not Nintendo. But I feel like they'll be like, okay, let's see what else will actually like make us a couple bangers. Like if Fire Emblem, I say this time and time again, if Fire Emblem wasn't an anime and they possibly turned it into a series, I feel like that would make money. Like
it'd be Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Game of Thrones, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It'd be a kid-friendly version of Game of Thrones.
It would be a kid, yeah.
It could be a kid-friendly version.
There's a couple things you have to leave out of the story. But
right.
I see what you're saying. There's,
right.
Yeah.
Like, people mating with dragons.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like I feel like if all this stuff goes successful, expect Sega and Nintendo to kind of branch out a little more with their franchises.
Well, I mean, we all saw that anime for Star Fox, and I was like, "Where's the rest of this?"
That should have been a series.
Where's the rest?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I could see in Production IG they do movies all the time in Japan. So, yeah, sign me up for that.
All right. I want that Smash anime. And I also want an anime based on Punch Out because what they did with that teaser
that would
pissed
be
me off.
Yeah.
Give him what's my name? Ippo. Give him the Ippo.
Yeah.
Nah. Lil Mac would have to be stronger than that though.
Yeah, he would.
But, and of course we have to have a cameo from Samus.
Of course. She gonna pull down the ropes and be like, if you get this win for me, baby.
It's gonna be a tall blonde woman, tall muscular blonde woman staring Mac down and gonna be sweating bullets. Go ahead, that look where the characters from Baki look like they're stressed out and they got their eyes.
The best meme ever was Samus at the fight talking about round 2 at my place. Best meme ever. Best meme ever.
That was the day that Lil Mac learned that he could run faster than Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. See how low my man's gets in Smash. You see how low he gets.
And it still didn't do him any good.
I'm going somewhere.
Okay, Dark Void, what do you think Capcom is announcing tomorrow? I have no idea, but knowing just going by what they normally do, it's probably either gonna be Street Fighter 6 or the next Monster Hunter game. Because apparently those are the only two series they know of.
Yeah, that's
I have a very bold prediction. It's going to be Street Fighter 6 before Street Fighter 3.
Good point. Good point. Good point.
I just want them to make a HD Marvel
Beautiful
versus
Joe.
Capcom.
No,
yeah, Beautiful Joe. Yeah. Go there.
I don't want them to touch Marvel vs. Capcom again. Not after what they did with 3 and Infinite. Nope.
Yeah.
Nah, I want old school.
Infinite.
I want the old school style. I don't need the new and all. Nah, not that.
Especially after Infinite. Infinite pissed me off, but yeah. The problem with me with Capcom is they apparently only think that Resident Evil, Monster Hunter, and Street Fighter exist when they have like over 300 properties that they own that they have rights to.
Are they due for a Devil May Cry?
No, not yet.
It's been about 5-6 years, so yeah, they can do one if they wanted
to. They could, but they're not going to.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah. So, all right.
I mean, Darkstalkers would be nice, or Project Justice.
Hey,
since y'all stuck a cure in Street Fighter.
Yeah, they're not doing Project Justice. It would be nice.
It don't gotta be that name. It's just gotta be something in the rival school's family. I don't care what they call it. They can call it big butt corruption for all I care. As long as it's the right game and right format.
Yeah, true.
Or run that Tatsunoko versus Capcom 2.
Run that back, yeah.
I don't know if they got the licensing for that.
Not for the Tatsunoko side, because then the Tatsunoko stuff, didn't they go under?
No, Tatsunoko still exists.
It still exists? Okay. Yeah.
Now, if they did the licensing, that would be a lot of money. Capcom probably ain't got the money to pay for it.
Yeah,
because I think how did that first game come about? Nintendo must have had to put some.
It was because all the animes that were coming out.
Oh, yeah. I'm saying Nintendo had to front some of the money for that because like that Tatsunoko stuff was old,
and it's only on the Wii. Yeah, it's only on.
Well, no, because they had the arcade game, and then a version of it came out for the Wii with additional stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we didn't mention Mega Man because they don't mention Mega Man
because
Mega Man.
They keep treating my boy dirty, man. Nah,
Mega Man is non-existent at this point.
The only way you're gonna get Mega Man is he's in Smash. So at this point,
build your own levels.
They could have been done a damn Mega Man Legends collection. They could have been done Mega Man Legends 3. They could have been done Mega Man X9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
they ain't doing it. They ain't touching it. They're not touching that with a 20-foot.
Get me salty as hell because I'm dealing with Capcom with Mega Man. That and Dead Rising got screwed up.
So I forgot about Dead Rising.
Yeah, Dead Rising. Yeah, that was. Yeah,
and they had a great concept for 5, but 4 was already screwed up, so it was no point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there is that. Oh boy! All right, so Halo's Paramount series is already greenlighting the season 2, and the first season came out. And if you've read some of the stuff I've read, this might be a hard watch. Because it came out today. Well, not today. I think yesterday that they're going to show Master Chief's face.
Why? That's the same thing. That was the same issue I had with Inspector Gadget when they showed Dr. Claw's face. Why?
You never showed a face. Yeah.
You don't need to leave the mystery.
A matter of fact, because they've been talking about that, and I was like, since they're making the excuse, they're already damage controlling already, and it's because they're saying that this is a silver timeline. It's not in the regular timeline of Halo. It should be fine. So if that's the case, I want Master Chief to be a black prophet.
It better literally be my man who played Luke Cage.
Yeah, Mike Colton.
Yeah,
Spartan Locke.
Yeah.
Boy, that will not go over well.
No, that will not go well at all.
But no, to be honest, I don't know why they're doing that. I honestly don't. I think they're trying to do it for like
They
I
want to
think
put
I
a
think
personality, a face
yeah,
to the personality.
yeah, but the problem with that is, who are you trying to make this Halo show for? Because
Right,
you're using the brand name of a popular game. If you're not
right,
gonna stick to what got you to the dance, you're not gonna make it. And I
right.
honestly, and I was telling you this before we went live. I think Paramount is like, look, man, we done sunk too much money into this. We doing 2 seasons
Mm-hmm.
because we done sunk too much money.
My
Mm-hmm.
my big problem with them giving him a face is that that's going to bleed into the games at some point. And when
Mm-hmm.
they
I
do
hope
it in the
not.
games,
I hope not.
it's going to happen. The same
Yep.
way the Marvel movies are starting to bleed into the comics, it's
Yeah,
going to
Mm-hmm.
happen.
yeah,
And when it
yeah.
does happen, it's not going to be received well.
No, it's not. As
Yeah.
long as,
That's
but on the Marvel side, as long as they make Apocalypse a good guy, I'm good for that. So
And don't
it's
make him look
that's
like
it.
Ivan Ooze.
it's funny that you
Oh, he
said
ain't gonna look
that.
like Avenue. I know that for a fact.
It's funny that you said that, Andre. I just had a back and forth with my with a couple of my friends, and one, well, neither one of them actually really like really read the comic books, and but my one friend was like, Storm, tell him that Spider-Man would beat Shang-Chi. And my god brother was like, nah, bro, Shang-Chi would whoop Spider-Man. And I'm like,
It really depends on the circumstances.
I'm like, if you okay, I'm like, if you're talking about the comics, Spider-Man has the up on Shang-Chi. I said, but if you're talking about the cinematic universe,
Yeah.
yeah, Shang-Chi is yeah.
Well,
Uh,
here's the way that I look at it. If we're talking about a no holds barred fight with, or well, first of all, if we're talking about Peter Parker always holds back.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
That's true.
mm-hmm.
The problem with Shang-Chi is Shang-Chi's a better fighter, and his senses are way higher than a normal human's. So him trying to fight somebody like Peter doesn't know how to fight. That's
Mm-hmm.
the one thing that people keep forgetting. He don't know
Well,
how to
no,
fight.
because later
He
on in the
don't.
comics, he did learn. He
He
learned later.
learned. He learned
Yeah,
later.
later.
He
Yeah.
learned later. And matter of fact, he learned from Shang-Chi and Danny Rand. Go figure.
Yeah,
Go
Shang-Chi,
figure.
Danny Rand, I think he trained with Captain America and Black Panther too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it depends on what time you're talking about. If you're talking about MCU Spider-Man, yeah, Shang-Chi would give him that
He
business.
will
Right.
beat the bricks off his body.
Yeah. If you're talking about comic book Spider-Man, Shang-Chi can still hang with him. That's the whole
Mm-hmm.
point.
Yeah.
And this is without powers. So that yeah,
The
I see
spider
what you're
sense is
saying.
what gives him that
Yeah,
advantage.
that's what
Yeah,
I said. It's the
it
spider
gives him an
senses that
advantage.
really makes the difference.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, Joe. Like when people ask Link to have a voice actor. Yeah,
No, you can't do that. Like that's
but
what.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I think you can do that because the
'Cause-
game say he can talk.
yeah.
They
Mm-hmm.
he doesn't. He don't talk to everybody, so you can
Right.
still do it. I understand why they don't do it in the game because in the game, Link is supposed to be you, the player.
Right. You're
So
linked. But
I
they changed that
understand.
with Breath of the Wild though. Like
Not really.
you
Not really.
You're still
Not
Link.
really. You're still Link.
I you know what I
Technically.
mean.
Yeah,
Like they
technically.
don't say your name. They
Yeah.
just they actually say Link this time
Yeah.
around
This
instead
time
of
instead
Yeah.
of that. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's the thing. Like I understand that, but at the same, it's kind of like the same thing with Samus when they let Samus talk in Dread. That's how I would do it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Samus speaks in Chozo. If I do a movie, I would have Link talk, but he'll speak in Hylian.
There you go.
They got to figure out how
Everybody-
they're gonna have everybody pronounce them words. Then
Yeah.
But
The
that's
they
weird
got the whole
scripted
language.
letters. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, like Link doesn't talk much anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole point. He don't talk much, so it's not. He's not mute. Like a lot of people mistakenly believe he's mute. No, he's just quiet.
Yeah, give him
Every version of Link except for like Wind Waker Link has been quiet.
give
Yeah,
him
that
the
motherfucker
quiet
screamed
person.
Samus.
everywhere.
Like you
Yeah.
said, give him the Samus treatment. Have him say simple words like "I'll handle this"
Yeah,
or
that's because that's how he
"It's
would
gonna
do
be
it,
okay."
basically.
You know?
Like I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the only person he would probably really talk to would be Zelda.
Mm-hmm. Or if you want to,
Or
if you
depending on which Link it is, because
Yeah, which Link it is.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess Link had to have some long-winded conversations with Midna.
Yeah, because
I can't see dealing with her personality and you just quiet the whole time.
Yeah,
Right,
that ain't gonna
right.
happen. That's not gonna happen.
Because she just gonna irritate you to the point where you gonna have to speak.
Hey, I'm not gonna be like Navi. I ain't gonna say, listen.
I'm gonna slap you with this out. You gonna talk to me. So
Call him Wolf Boy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
like she was straight up talking trash. I'm like, smack all day
Okay,
long.
look, don't bring us back to that horror. Ooh. No.
I went back and actually watched. I have that on DVD. I actually went back and watched it. It is bad.
No, I'm not talking about that because you can find comedy in that. I'm talking about the other forbidden thing.
Oh, that one. That one.
Like, no, I will not. I will not utter it.
Yeah.
We don't talk
about that. We don't talk about that one.
We don't talk about that in these streets.
Yeah. But I mean, at this point, I actually like Legend of Zelda. If they were to do it, because I did see that pitch that they did for that animated one they did back in 2007. It looked good, in my opinion. The animation did, at least. It was only like a minute and 30 seconds, but it looked good. But the problem is, like, you have to have a focused story, and it's more Lord of the Rings than anything else.
If you don't want to do Zelda, then just do
Fire
Sheik. Get Sheik's missing story for them 7 years.
Yeah.
Just do a whole Sheik anime or something like that from those 7 years that he was gone.
That's the thing. You can do it. I honestly believe you can do an anime for Legend of Zelda because they've been doing manga. Akira Himikawa, they've been doing manga for Legend of Zelda since 2000. And I'm talking about they've done it for Ocarina of Time, Four Swords. They've done it for Majora's Mask. I love the Majora's Mask one, by the way. The one they're doing now is Twilight Princess. It's almost done. They
the
did
most
one for
vicious
Minus
link
Cap.
of the group.
Yeah, and that manga for Twilight Princess is fire. That one, outside of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, is probably my favorite one out of the ones they've done because they show how Link is
cutthroat.
Like, don't attack somebody he actually cared for. Please don't.
That Link had to be cutthroat.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
That's just like the Wind Waker Link was incredibly patient until the very end of that game.
Yeah.
This man had been launched out of cannons, been thrown across planets, been damn near drowned, been stuck on a boat. He was incredibly patient, even down to the point where Zelda says she overslept. He was incredibly patient.
Yeah, but Twilight Princess Link, there was a reason why he was like that. Just like Ocarina of Time Link was the reason why he was so freaking brave for no apparent reason. Like, why are you? You should not be that brave in every
fight. He ran into every fight without thinking.
Yeah, you should not be that brave at 10 years old. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
you should not.
Like you see gigantic spider faces dropping out of nowhere, and you just like, okay, cool.
Let's do this.
Right? Hey, just another day. Just another day.
I'm like, you ain't never seen this before, but you just whatever.
Right.
I'm inside of a giant whale, and I have to fight an electrified jellyfish.
The most you get out of him is
this will work.
Right, a metal sword. It's okay. We're gonna make this work though.
Yeah.
The most you get out of him is
get a shocked expression every now and again. Like Naruto proposed to him.
Yeah. A metal sword and a boomerang. Yeah, this will work.
Yeah, hey, I sure will MacGyver this thing. This is gonna happen.
But yeah, you can do that if you do it like in an anime setting. I think Legend of Zelda actually works better in an anime setting, to be completely honest.
Yeah,
and Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem, I think they work better in an anime setting.
They can go over the top.
Fire Emblem, I would want to see anime because I want to see that battle when Marth just loses his mind. I want to see him lose his mind and just wipe out a platoon because he did.
When they kill his dad, or like after
when he goes when he gets back for his revenge.
Okay, because they did an OVA for it back in like 2000 or 2001. I can't remember when, but it was like a 3-episode OVA. They did show him like after after his dad got betrayed, and I'm like, oh,
was it his dad that got killed and his fiance, I think.
Yeah, his fiance. That's why he has the thing on his head.
Where's the tiara?
Yeah. But the thing is, you're right. They never showed him. They left it. They did that off screen.
Mm-hmm.
So
I want to see him rip and tear through everything.
Yeah. Yeah, he another one where like if he gets enraged, it's pretty much a done deal.
Mm-hmm.
So Ray, Uncle Tom Lee, he ain't that bright. He really ain't.
Nah.
When it comes down to it.
Nah. I mean, look, he got propositioned by 3 or 4 different women in that game. Yeah. Ain't no different.
But and then at the end of the day, did it all really matter though? It didn't really matter to him.
No.
He fought electric jellyfish with a sword. He was pulling eyeballs out of waters with a hook shot. You know what I'm saying? Like none of that really mattered. He killed a ghost with some arrows. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like none of that really matters.
I swear, when you break it down, that Link is the most country bumpkin Link ever.
Yeah.
He gonna make it happen.
Yeah,
he gonna make it happen. He took a giant hammer and stomped a dragon. Like that.
He played like a little dragon.
That's it is what it is. You know what I'm
They'd
saying?
be like, nah, but killing the dragon was because the dragon was just about to kill his boy. That was more of a man, nah.
Right.
He's like, okay.
My
man dropped the hammer.
Right.
I'm
picking up his hammer and going home. Yeah.
I think I played this game in Castletown. Come here.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, a whole 2 old women wanted his body when they got young, and he was just like, you know what? I'm taking them out. I'm about to kill him. I'm gonna kill him.
He damn sure did too.
Yeah. He didn't care. He didn't care.
You know what though? I would love to see that animated just so we could see the moment that Ganondorf realizes what happens and what his response is. Like he's just sitting in the castle sipping some wine. Knew he was gonna kill them bitches.
Right. Them was supposed to be my adopted mamas. Like, hey, I killed your moms. He's
like, man, I don't care. Whatever. Right. I knew that.
Right.
Like, and
like I do. Like I told them to leave you alone. That's on them.
Right.
But yeah,
people like, you know what? I killed your moms. Yeah, but where your dad at? Where your dad at? Where your dad at? All right, we doing this.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think that's another reason why I like The Legend of Zelda so much, is that every Link in Zelda is different. They are hella different than the one that you played in the game before. So that's another reason. So you can do a lot with that, and you can make, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, as an anime, it works better because you can just do an anime based off each game. And once again, they already have manga for it.
Yep.
Just follow the path.
It writes itself. Yep.
It writes
Twilight
itself.
Princess Zelda is still my favorite Zelda. She gonna remain my favorite.
Twilight Princess Zelda is she boss. She boss because like she a real one.
Mm-hmm.
She a real one.
It's either her or Queen Zelda from Hyrule Warriors.
Yeah,
but
I
still think Twilight Princess Zelda is. I give it to Twilight Princess Zelda. I'd say she edges just a little bit because she seemed like if you put the two of them together, that'll be a long fight.
Yeah,
but I think Twilight Princess would just edge her out.
Twilight Princess has more magic.
Yeah,
that's where the difference is.
Yeah, that's where the difference is.
Because she's skilled with the sword, the bow and arrow, and magic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting there looking. I'm like, man, Twilight Princess Zelda would F a lot of people up. like she really, that's life.
Bro, look, what was it, Zant?
Yeah,
Zant. Yeah.
He wasn't going into that castle without having some hostages. He knew better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he wasn't stupid. He wasn't stupid because like if he would have went in there by himself, he got his head cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, he'd have been an example.
Yeah, he went in there like, hey, look, hold on now, hold on.
I got your boy. Take him out too.
I got your boy.
Hey, hold on. If you kill me, you got a whole Castletown down there that I just took out. I'm gonna rip their souls out now.
Yeah,
I want to stay alive.
She stood up ready to kill him. She was ready to do it. That's why he was like, no, hold on. Just calm down.
Matter of fact, let me stand in the doorway just in case you change your mind. Hey, y'all Shadow, y'all Twilight Beast, y'all go. We don't want to go make it to this.
I told you I'm the boss.
Yeah. Don't make me send you back to Bleach. You know I'm borrowing y'all from Bleach. Don't make me send y'all back to Bleach. Yeah, but all right. Before we get out of here, I did play Switch Sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say this: I did have some gameplay of it, but I didn't take it down yet. I'm just trying to wait and see what the actual word on it is before I put it back public. Been hearing a lot of misinformation, so I just don't want to, cause any issues. So, but I did want to let you guys know I played it. I enjoyed myself. I didn't get kicked out. I did have one game. It queued up, but then it dropped, and they threw me in tennis. That was weird, but that only happened one time. So there was that. Chambara, I was 2-1. Tennis, I was 2-1. I suck at survival bowling. So I
did a video as well. I think I left mine up. I haven't heard anything as of yet. I know while I was streaming, somebody did say, something about the licensing and, the NDAs and all that other stuff. But I'm like, you know what? I'm a small time YouTuber. If they catch me, good job, ninjas. Y'all did your job. I'll go ahead and I'll politely bow out and take that off. But yeah, I played and I think I got dropped twice, but it wasn't the one time. I think it was like yours, where I was supposed to be loaded up into something, and then I got dropped out. And then the other time was like the final time where I actually finally figured out that survival bowling, and I think I was third or fourth place or something like that. And round 3 was going, so I was like, all right, I got a chance to win this, and it kicked me off, and I'm like, oh man, are you serious? But I think that was like towards the end anyway. It might have been like 44 or 43 or something like that. I noticed that they kind of like try and push everybody out around the same time. Like there's no, you jump in line at 44, okay, you can play the game even after 49. You're done. You're done. So I think that's what happened. But yeah, the bowling one, it took me a minute to kind of figure out what to do with that exactly. The Cambara, man, I suck at that. Like I
love that, dude. They gave me 2 swords. I can do 2 swords now, bruh.
Yeah, that and you know what?
All day.
I should have kept with that because the Musashi Miyamoto was real on that one. But and then the tennis one was all right, but I don't know if did you have the same problem? Like I could only
person in front.
Yeah,
I couldn't.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to, because it was a way to do it in the Wii one, but they're gonna have to show the tutorial, because I'm gonna need to see how y'all change it, because there's some stuff they changed. Like perfect control to to this. So they're gonna have to show what it is, because I couldn't figure out how to move them. And here's the thing that pissed me off with the whole situation: they will show you after they kicked you out the game.
And they would tell you, and I was like, man, I was swinging because
tell me that before.
If I remember with the Wii, it was like almost automatic. If the ball was there and you swung, like the person in front would swing too.
If you're doing the if you're doing, you don't have a person, the AI person would actually swing as well. So,
and then it was just like, and it like every time I would swing, I'd be like, oh nope, he didn't swing, and then I would miss the second one. I'd be like, you know what? Okay, it's something else here. You got to press a button or something like that.
Yeah, it's something else that they're doing. But that's what I'm saying. Like I hope they drop a demo in March, so we can actually get a tutorial. Because I didn't get to play. I think the only thing they let us play was
those
Chambara,
3.
Bowling, and we didn't get bowling. We got survival bowling.
Right.
So the survival bowling, that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a lot of fun.
To be honest with you, I think that's where the stress test was actually at, is survival bowling. Because if you notice, like after you get out of the first round, you can sit there and watch the whole thing, or you can jump out. But I don't know about you, but I ain't sitting, especially with that 45 minutes. I ain't sitting there and watching everybody play. I'm trying to jump out and get back in, which means that's a lot of stress going on if everybody's trying to jump out and jump back in, jump out and jump back in. So I think that's where the stress test really was going. And then they were like, hey, we got so many people. Let's just put them over in these other games so they can enjoy those at the same time. But like this is probably going to be the main focus of what everybody is going to be wanting to do. So smart on that part.
That kind of makes me wonder, though. Do you think that they're going to set up some sort of spectator mode for people that just want to watch?
Yeah, because that's why I was there. That's why I was there.
I'm just thinking, in the long run, now maybe it's just me that would be crazy enough to do this, but set up so that you could have a spectator or a commentator mode.
Yeah,
like so that somebody can stream it and they can run a tournament and have people participate in the tournament, and then they can do commentary over it.
Yep.
Well,
that's the way to do it.
If you notice, the tennis one and the the tennis one, you can see it, and the survival bowling, there are empty stands there. So they had like a couple of the little knees there for the tennis one, but it was mostly empty. So I'm pretty sure that's where, if you're spectating, that's where they're going to sit you at. So I wouldn't be surprised. Like I said, like we said, when you get through survival bowling, if you didn't make it, you had an option to spectate.
Yep.
So,
or you could just jump right out and try something else. So
so I enjoyed it. But I will say one thing: I do want them to. I think it's time to update the Miis. I think it's time to update.
After looking at those, I really like the way that they looked. And I feel like that should be something going for.
Okay, so do what Microsoft did.
Yeah. They should have been. Well, to be honest, they should have been did. They should have did it with the Wii U. War Plaza. They shouldn't have made it look like the. I know why they did it, but they should have had an upgrade. They should have had an upgrade with every
iteration. There
should be an upgrade.
So what should the new Miis be called? Switchies?
No, just
you can leave them as Miis. It's just the evolution of what the Mii would look like.
Me 2.0.
Yeah, basically,
yeah. Me too. Call them Me Too.
No.
Me too.
Because I actually kind of like some of it. I'm interested to see what kind of what kind of options we're gonna have to actually change our Mii characters, because some of those hairstyles from Miitopia. Some of them are, I noticed. So
I think too with the survival bowling, I'm actually surprised this wasn't necessarily a thing. But I would like to see it probably in an update, because I don't think it would be that hard to actually update it this way. But the team that loses, or not the team, but for survival bowling, you have the bracket of people who made the cut, and then you have the bracket of people who lost. I don't think they should just be like, okay, you're spectating. Maybe put them on another set of lanes or whatever, and they duke it out on who got 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Like, and break it down that way. So that way, like, if somebody wants to spectate, they can, or whatever. But then, like, they still partake in the survival. Like, okay, you didn't make the bubble, but like, where were you really in this lineup? Because I've seen plenty of, like, I don't know if you saw it, Jay, but like, after whether you make the cut or you don't make the cut, there'll be like 3 or 4 people in 4th place. And then the next person down to be like 8th place, and you'd be like, "Wait, what?" Like, that's
because my last time playing, I got like 2 strikes, but I was tied for 8th place.
Yeah,
which knocked me out, which didn't make sense.
Right.
It didn't make sense. So yeah, I agree with that. I'm like, okay, hold on, man, we're tied. Like, what's the criteria for the tie?
Yeah. Well, from what it seemed like, is really just the name.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Yeah, that's what happened, because I wound up being I missed the cut.
Yeah, just put your name as A before you actually put your name.
So And at that point, I think I only had like 10 minutes left, and I wanted to play something else, so I didn't spectate. I was like, let me see what I got. I think that's when I jumped into Chambara and I won my second match with that one, and then I went to tennis, won that one, and that's when I got kicked out. That's when it was like 45. I hit the 40-minute mark, and I just went on and jumped out. So, that is fun. That was fun.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Can I please get Nintendo Land now?
Right.
Well, at this point, they probably call it Switch Land.
Don't care. Just want it.
Right. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a real fun game. I think a lot of people are gonna have a lot of fun playing. If you didn't get to play this weekend, just know that it was definitely a lot of fun. If you got family members and stuff like that come over your house or whatever down the road, like that's definitely gonna be the thing to do. It was unfortunate because I think we all set up so that we could, be able to play with each other. Yeah, and it was just like, nah, you globally, son. You ain't playing with your friends. You got friends? You're not playing with them. You playing with everybody.
But they did show you where it is.
Yeah,
they did show you where you can play like with
like it is possible.
Like
yeah,
it's possible. But this is gonna be that family reunion game. This is gonna be that holiday game you're gonna wind up playing all night.
Yep. Remember this?
You'll be playing all night, bro.
Oh, this game gonna be bringing back Fuse. Remember we had that. Remember we had those last couple games on Wii Sports bowling that was real close. We gonna start it over again.
Run it back. I hope they bring some of those mini games back too that were on Wii. Like I really like the bowling one where it like increased the pins, until it was like a 98 pin or something like that. Like
that was crazy.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was crazy.
I definitely want those mini games back too. Don't just because we didn't get to see that in the demo, but like as fun as like the survival bowling is, and we already know that's like a side deal. Yeah. Let all of the sports have some sort of side thing like that. Like, tennis has got the volleyball now. You know what I'm saying? Like you smacking a big ball instead of the small tennis ball or badminton or something,
Did you notice them tennis balls was ginormous?
Yeah, they were kind of big in the hand. I think that was just because they wanted people to be able to,
I guess.
Yeah, even if you had a smaller TV or whatever, just to be able to see it. Or if you were playing on something that you couldn't do with the Switch Lite, tabletop mode, you'd be able to play that way. So
I'm just hoping that one of the games they bring back is the 3-point contest, the basketball from Resort. I want that one back.
They need to bring back that and boxing and re-envision Matt because everybody hated him.
Yeah, dude. Boxing, when you talk about getting a workout in, bruh.
Yep. You need to make sure though, Nintendo, to put into at the beginning. Please, probably not play this on the airplane. You don't want to be looking like that one dude who's like playing bowling. He's like, or you got the gloves and you just, you just hitting the back of your chair. It's probably not that kind of game. You need to
play this game only in spacious areas.
But that's it for this episode. Thankful for everybody that came in the chat. We really appreciate you guys hanging out with us tonight. Sandstorm, anything you want to pimp out before we get out of here?
Yes, sir. We are starting the I Got Mine campaign. If you guys weren't there for the stream, when did we do that? On Saturday? Friday. Thank you. Friday. We started the I Got Mine campaign for this whole Wii U and 3DS eShop conundrum. Go out and buy some games. We as streamers, we're going to be Jay signed up. I know Andre, you're looking to get set up for it. We're going to be streaming a Wii U game at least once a week. It can be the same game. It could be a different game every time. It doesn't matter. Just of great games. We're trying to get the community together as one, because the time is nigh. You know what I'm saying? The Nintendo perfectly put out Majora's Mask because you only got 3 days, 65 days to get these games before the moon falls and crashes on the Wii U eShop, and you ain't never getting these games again. So we want it's perfect, right?
Perfect.
So we want to show you guys all the games, the great games that the Wii U has to offer, both virtual console and the actual games, and throw those out there so you guys can buy them and enjoy the Wii U for what it actually was. Since we all got these day one, we could show you the way. And as well, we want you guys out on Twitter or your social platforms, throwing out the games that you really enjoyed or whatever that we don't possibly have, that we can enjoy on there. It's not about likes, it's not about subscriptions, it's not about any of that popularity, any of that stuff. We just want the community to come together as one, especially us Nintendo people, because we tired of Sony and Xbox fans trying to get on our heads and split us up in the ways that we don't need to be split up. Just come together and actually enjoy these games and take part before that time finally comes. And no, this isn't an attempt for Nintendo to be like, oh, okay, they actually do like virtual console and we're getting those back, because Nintendo doesn't do that. Like once they decide something, that decision is made.
And to be fair, they need to do this because it would be different if they actually, if it was a situation where they could, but I understand where they're coming from. So it's a business decision at the end of the day.
Yep. So all you really got to do, if you're playing your Wii U or whatever and you're showing it off to somebody, just make sure you put in the hashtags I got mine, and that's how we're gonna hashtag all our videos that are the Wii U related ones. So other than that, I plan on probably doing mine on Tuesday, and then you can expect a video from me either Wednesday. I say Wednesday, but then it'll be Thursday, and then you'll see one from me on Saturday, which that one will probably be the Arceus one. So that's it for me.
All right, Andre.
Well, I'm finally uploading these last freaking videos so I can actually have everything in place. But I'm also going to be putting in the I got mine hashtag on any video that I do that is related to Wii U from this point, whether I'm talking about it or I'm playing a game on it. I still got my system set up. I just need to get a new gamepad, unfortunately. But once I do that, then I'll have everything together to play some of the games that I can't play without it, which is annoying as hell.
You telling me you don't want to attempt the Switch way of playing Xenoblade Chronicles X?
Yeah, I'll go Hobo Joe down the street for Xenoblade Chronicles X. Yeah, let's do that and be pissed off. Nah, not even gonna attempt that shit. Oh man, that would hurt. That would hurt so bad.
That would be bad. It would be real bad.
That would be very bad. Me, I had this is my third podcast today, but we did have one with Mrs. T this morning. We talked about the Peacemaker season. Check that out if you have a chance. We also did a trailer reactions with Vicky. You can also check that out. As far as games concerned, I am going to be doing mine, but for the I got my campaign, but I got to get my Wii U back from my brother. Talked to him yesterday, and I should be able to get that in March. So I'll start doing that once I get my Wii U back from him. So as far as streaming, I'm gonna try to get back to streaming sometime this week. I'm still working on bringing my blog back, as well as a couple other little side projects. So be on the lookout for that. Hopefully that'll be ready to go in the next couple months. So other than that, that's pretty much all I got. We'll be back here same time next Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So
yes, sir.
See y'all then. Hopefully nothing too crazy happened.
All right.
You gotta say that. It always does.
Because I need it to happen. I need another direct. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.